Hello, everybody. It's your boy, Minister K.I., the Anunnaki teacher, here with Exploring New Phenomenon. Today's topic is going to be chakra energies versus religious beliefs. I'm sitting here, right here near a church, right here on 25th and Mercenton. Just to give you an example, so many people.
Hello, everybody. Once again, it's Minister K.I., the Anunnaki teacher, here with the crew from Exploring New Phenomenon. I'm glad to be here. Once again, we're here to teach you, enlighten you, or just give you some information that might just kind of come in your head at one time when you need it. And, I have the co-host of the show here, my guy and one and only guy, C. Neo himself, the quantum critic, as we said. It's all in plan. The guy's absolutely brilliant. You want to say hi to everybody, Chris?
Hello, humans, non-humans, and everyone in between.
Already. And then we have our beautiful queens that are in the house here. We have Mrs. Tony Waltz. You want to say hi to everyone, Tony Waltz?
Hi, everyone.
Then I have the
Hello.
queen over there, Miss Willow herself, Sherry Brett. She's the queen, and let's go ahead and say hi.
Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Blessings to you all.
And like I said, today's show is it's based on chakra energies and different type of energies versus religious beliefs. And when we say religious beliefs, this isn't anything going straight at any of the religions. It's just that some people, use just going to church thinking that that's the only way that they can get healed, or using, I got to call the preacher or go in there. That I'm not Catholic. I think Tony's going to speak on, the Catholic religion a little bit later. But how they go into the prayer box to heal all their prayers, and like that's not how you just heal yourself. All of these different things are good. I'm not going to say they're bad, whatever your belief is, because all of us don't have the same beliefs. But beliefs in whatever you believe in makes a difference, because that's how you get things to manifest. You have to believe in what you're doing, because some people doubt when they go to church, and sometimes, they're like, okay, where were you, God? Or where were you when I needed you? And they lose beliefs. And, I've been in that state, but never lost, belief in my higher power. But with that, we have a few videos. So we're going to start out with the chakra energy side. And Miss Willow, Sherry Brett's she's gonna walk us through some of the things dealing with chakras on some videos that she made. And I'll let her go ahead and explain them as we go. I'll make sure the mic's off, but we'll go ahead and start. Unless you guys have anything that you wanted to add to what I said there, I'm sorry with the intro on anything, or we'll just take it as we go. And when each of us speak on our different different stories and different things that we dealing with, where we come to where we're at. We see all you guys out there in the comments. Thank you for being out there. We love you guys. All of the people from Willow's camp, Tony's camp, Christopher's camp, my camp, Bradley Powers' camp. I believe Bradley Powers might be joining us a little bit later. So, let's go ahead and get this going, as we got some good stuff for you here. Let's go ahead and start with that.
Hello, guys, and welcome to another show about chakras and their meanings. I'm Willow, and I'm here to explain to you about our chakras and how we can keep them cleansed, balanced, and unblocked. It's very important to remember that there are 7 main chakras in our body: our crown, our third eye, our throat, our heart, our solar plexus, our sacral, and our root. The root is the main chakra that brings energy and form through all of the energy and chakra points in our body. It's also very important to remember that all chakras can become blocked and unbalanced at different times. I am somebody that suggested to all my clients that your chakras should be cleansed and balanced on a regular basis. I do my chakras at least once to twice a week. You must remember that all energy is around us. it's not necessarily always the fact that we have something going on with us or that we're in an illness, but yet we have picked up energy from somewhere else. So it's very important to be able to keep a balance within your chakras. Your chakras are a very powerful and strong point of your body, which help to function and to work certain parts and organs of your body. Cleansing, balancing and unblocking these on a regular basis when is needed is a very important thing so that you can feel on top of yourself. So now I'm going to explain to you about the chakra sounds. In chakra cleansing, balancing and blessings, it's very important to remember that there are many aspects into.
Yeah, I know how those are connected there, Sherry. I know we took a few of them out there because Sherry's going to have a show soon with all of them in there. So you guys that are out there, are there any comments that we need to look at? Because we're working these videos here. If you see any that might be going, but we'll go to the next one.
Into doing your chakra cleansing, balancing and unblocking. One very well-known way is by using vocal sound to bring out that energy and to activate your chakras, bringing them back to their best standard and at their most working time. Chakras can become blocked very easily. So doing these sorts of exercises on a daily basis, just for 5 or 10 minutes, really helps you to open your chakras, keep them cleansed and keep them balanced. So you're probably wondering what chakra symbols mean. Chakra or Sanskrit means will and refers to the energy points in your body. They are thought to be spinning discs of energy that should stay open and aligned as they correspond to bundles of nerves, major organs and areas of energetic body that affect our emotional and physical well-being. You can also find that in doing your chakra cleansing and blessings that there are also aspects for using key notes. There are special notes that connect to our chakras, helping them to be cleansed, unblocked and balanced. Chakras should be cleansed regularly to keep our mind, body and spirit balanced. For your root chakra, key note frequency C is a good note and goes at 256 Hz. Your sacral chakra keynote frequency is D and goes at 288 Hz. With your navel area.
That's awesome. I like just giving them some pieces at a time because hey, you got to go to Sherry Brett and either if she's gonna, she's here to help at all times, man. I tell you that these guys that are up on this panel, they're constant healers. Each of them, they might call themselves something different, but we're healers, we're shamans, all in our own way. And these guys are 24 hours trying to help people on Facebook, chat groups, and everything else. So some of this stuff, hey, you guys, be lucky you're getting pieces of it because, all of this stuff, hey, she's going to be able to explain it to you if you need help, that, get pieces of it. Let's go to the third one before all of you still going.
Your keynote and vocal frequency is E, and the vowel O. No number is added in this. With your heart chakra, your keynote frequency is F, standing at 341.3 Hz. Your throat chakra keynote frequency is G, going at 384 Hz. Your third eye keynote frequency is A, no number. Your crown frequency keynote is E with no number. These are very important chakra frequency notes that help you to align, balance, and to connect with your chakras and to activate them. Also, there is a positive word that you can give to each of your chakras when cleansing, unblocking and balancing your chakras. This form of treatment is very effective when being used. I use this very regularly on my clients and it has been found to be very effective, as well as using it on myself. So for the root chakra function, it equals I am. So each time you function into your root chakra to cleanse, say I am. For your sacral chakra function, it equals I'm feeling so happy. Remember to put that positive word and say that positive word when doing your sacral. For your solar plexus chakra function, it's I do. For your heart chakra function, it's I love. For your throat chakra function equals I speak. For the third eye chakra function, it's I see. For your crown chakra, there isn't a word, but I use a word to be able to open and to be able to connect with my clients. So I say receive, meaning.
I like that. Now, I had a question that I see that you're telling them about self-affirmations, about making I do and I am, and can you tell us what the importance? We'll tell them out there the importance of doing that, Willow.
But it's not just about doing the energy cleansings and balancings, it's also putting about your vocal energy into your chakras as well. When you're doing these sorts of healings and stuff, it's very important to be aware of the chakra points and what the chakra points represent. So using these words actually helps to amplify and with the cleansing, the blessings, the healings and things that you use in your chakra working. So this is why we do that, and it is part of the chakra thing. Obviously, in the videos, I can only show you so much because it's only a short show. This show could probably go on for about 4 or 5 days with me telling you about chakra, but we don't have 4 or 5 days to do it. So, but yeah, the word is very important, guys, and it helps you to feel aligned and connected with each of your chakra points as well.
On that point, Tony, do you use self-affirmations also? A friend of mine a long time ago, he was like, man, stand in front of the mirror and look at yourself and tell yourself, I will succeed. I will do this. I will accomplish this. Do you use those self-affirmations also?
Yeah, absolutely. I have been doing the I am affirmations ever since I read the book, the I am discourses. It was written through one of the Ascended Masters, and I began to incorporate it into my life and try it out, and I saw that it really was beginning to just set the day into a more positive flow state, or like Michael Jordan used to stay in the zone. But yeah, it's become a very big part of my everyday life.
What about you, C. Neo? Do you use self-affirmations? What do you say to yourself? I'm scared to ask you what you say to yourself, man. I might get connected there. But what do you say, Chris? It sounds like your volume is off, bro.
I use story writing.
Mm-hmm.
And if I feel a certain way, I write the story that has the feeling before the specific state. So if I feel mad, I'll write a story of how the madness is resolved. If I feel annoyed about something that's going on somewhere, I write the story of how that thing is resolved. If I feel sad, the same thing, how that sadness is resolved. Because saying words is not as important as writing a story about how those words, how those concepts are applied, and the energetic context to do that specifically. Because when you're being creative, you're automatically, you don't need to force yourself to do it. You just act in the place of being. Creativity.
That's awesome.
That's actually really interesting, Christopher. So I do say that to some of my clients sometimes, even after having the healing and stuff, that it is really good to give positive words to yourself, write down how you're feeling and put something positive in front of it, so it does make sense what Christopher's saying, most definitely.
Yeah, because Scott A., he says affirmations do help, especially when you wake up. Helps with your mindset. And so true, Scott. So
Yeah,
true.
it does.
Those affirmations does put you in a whole new mindset. I think we left off at 4. Let me
Hey,
make
Drew.
sure I'm going back right here. Let's go
Your
to.
heart chakra is associated with the element of air.
Is that the correct one to go back, or are we on the next one, Sherry?
No, that was. I think that was the one. That was the next one. I think.
Okay, let's go to that
Yeah.
one, and then the next 2.
Your heart chakra is associated with the element of air, bringing love and compassion. The throat chakra is associated with the element of ether, meaning communication and authenticity. The third eye chakra is associated with the dimension of light, bringing wisdom and the awakening of the pineal gland. The crown chakra, this chakra is associated with space and nothingness. I'm just quickly and briefly going to go over to you and talk to you about the chakra colours that you can use that are represented through stones and tools that you use to help to do the treatment in your chakra, balancing, unblocking and cleansing. So it starts with red for your root, orange for your sacral, yellow for your solar plexus, green for your heart, light blue for your throat, dark blue for your third eye, and purple for your crown. There are many different types of stones that you can use to be able to connect with your chakras. When using your chakras to be cleansed, balanced, and unblocked, our practice means that we do use types of crystals and stones to help to connect to the chakra energy. There are specific chakra energies in certain stones, and this can be looked up and brought into your study, as well as using the energy that comes from within.
Awesome. Like I told you guys, some of this stuff you got to go to Willow's witchy den to get the rest of, because like I said, some of these things that she's a specialist in this, and this is what she does. So just giving y'all, it's my fault. She had it all out there for y'all, but hey, I'm gonna use some of this for y'all. Do y'all ain't gonna get stronger than me? I'm just kidding, guys.
I've actually already got stuff like this on my channel. I've already.
Most practitioners,
You do?
as you will see,
Sorry.
when do.
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
I already
Said
have
you
a
have-
lot of this on my channel. Like, I've already done a lot of this with my guys. That's why they're like agreeing with what I'm saying and stuff, because I've done this. So I do this as educational stuff as well. So
I just want to add something. I wanted to let everybody know that meditates and does this chakra healing, all these different techniques. That the crown chakra is not just a purple, it also can be gold or white for people. So it could be different for each individual person. I know that you'll see a whole lot of different pictures of the chakras, and they could have the white, the gold, the purple, and it's been my experience that quite a few people that have that direct connection with God through the crown, they usually have a white or a golden color that they omit when they're visualizing.
yeah.
I think I can
Obviously,
answer
all
some
of
of
this has
that.
been put in because we only have so much time to do this show. So yeah, very aware of that.
I think I can answer some of that though. Christopher, you blanked out though, because I'm about to ask you a question, Chris, because we was talking about, the chakras the other day, because what Willow is showing us is the 7 basic chakras connected to us, and that's what she's doing the healing on. But what you were just talking about, Tony, deals with the 7 up to the 13, and there's different colors associated with them. And Christopher Peoples, just so that because like that's what Tony was kind of mentioning, because on the basic 7, the purple is that color on the basic 7 to the crown. but then you go above the crown, is that's what those colors that you're mentioning are talking about. So what are those ones up to 13, Chris, and the colors associated with them? Your volume's out, Chris.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
There's a black one, a gold one, a silver one. They're associated with different things like universal, there's soul, and the body, the soul, spirit, rainbow body.
When you turn your volume up, it sounds like you're kind of in a closet.
Different
squeaking.
layers of the ether.
Yeah.
And talking about how there's like, because like they're all wheels, they're all spinning, and
Right.
it's a smaller version of what the Merkaba looks like, because the Merkaba is always spinning, and chakras are the building blocks of the Merkaba. And the building blocks of the spinning wheels of the chakra is singularity tunnels. A tunnel is like something that connects one thing to another. So it's
yeah,
like
Tony.
a wormhole looking thing. But
So
it's
yeah,
all directional.
Yes, sir. So yeah, what you're speaking of is correct, but most
Yeah,
people only
I know.
associate just that first 7 and that the basic color for it, But then a lot of people don't know
Right.
that.
It's white.
Yeah, that when you go above that, because you're dealing with crown chakra and above, that some white, some gold, some silver, and like I said, we can go into the auras another day, but the auras are, dealing with when your
There are
chakras
5 layers of the aura.
Yeah, I've actually got the chakra. I've actually got the actual chakra crystals and stuff like that, and the top one is a purple. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell them, Chris, besides just all the way to 13, how many chakras are there supposed to be total?
There are technically as many chakras as you want, really.
Right.
As many
But
as
the
you
one
need.
that's been mapped is like 140, is it? Or 142?
More than that, but like
You were speaking.
I only know of 13 plus the zeal point chakra, which makes 14.
Right. Well, someone gave me a graph that showed all the way up to close to 140. I know it goes pretty much infinite depending on the realms that we're talking about. But
Yeah, because there are chakras for each of the 10 bodies: the physical body, the neutral mind, the positive mind, the negative mind, the soul body, the astral body, the aura, the arc mind, and the pranic body, the radiant body, and the subtle body.
Right. And I think you're the one that sent me the dang graph of it that had all the way up to like about, it was at least 140 of them. And I was like,
there
wow.
are a lot of chakras.
I was like, man, I'm just getting familiar with the 7, trying to get these suckers open. I don't know how to get all the way up there. Oh man, my class.
Well, you have your main
Well-
7, but then you're connected to many others that go round you and round your body. So there's
I
many.
think there's about 27 that I know of, but I do know that, like in this book right here, it says that when you're connecting to God, to Source, that your crown chakra can be purple, white, or gold, and that it is different, and it's not a part of the other chakras above your head. It's not a part of those. It is actually. So the reason I'm saying this is because when I was early meditating, I would constantly see the white, and I kept thinking, well, am I supposed to see purple or gold? And so mine is always white. I see it very clearly. So I just don't want people to think that if they're looking for purple and they don't find it, that there's something wrong with them, because that's not the case at all. The case is most definitely that I discovered that mine was white. And this book right here states that is actually perfectly good. That's fine. So don't be concerned, because like when I look at my third eye and it's actually floating out in front of me, it is very purple, indigo purple. So I'm thinking, well, should that be exactly the same color as my spirituality, my crown? And in my case, my third eye is actually the indigo purple. And I see it very well.
Yeah, third eyes can be.
Yeah. And, so I just want everybody to know that, because I spent many years in meditation. So I'm a meditator, and I meditate, for long periods of time.
Clear the chakra.
And when and I heal each one of my chakras, not all the time, but a lot. And I always ask each chakra what it needs. Because when you can get that connection with each chakra, you can actually speak to it. And it will speak back. It will tell you what it needs. I remember one time I was asking my solar plexus, what do you need? Because I was having some stomach problems. And it said lemons. And I'm like, lemons? Oh my God, that makes sense. It's yellow. And I found out that, lemons are an antioxidant. They're a superfood,
Yep.
When you put lemon in your water and you drink it, it prevents illnesses and sicknesses, and it raises, which is why we turn to the energy centers, I think, is because like people that have all kinds of different illnesses, when I say like addictions, they have a blockage in their energy centers, and also even anxiety, and it can run through the different chakras. So if one chakra has not been balanced or cleansed, then it can bleed into the other areas. So when you're thinking that you're right, and like people with cancer, every single one of their energy centers in their body, they're completely blocked. And a lot of people could even cure themselves of cancer and different illnesses if they knew about this ancient method of healing. And you can use essential oils to go with each of the different centers that you're working on. Like I had a sacral chakra issue, and Christopher really helped me clear that one so easily too. It was amazing. And I literally started doing yoga poses that cleanse the sacral, and it just whipped it right back into shape pretty quickly too. You use the crystals, you can use essential oils, you can also use, like I said, the yoga poses, going in the geometric shapes, can really put your body into a state of healing. I mean,
it's right.
I don't have any health problems, and I'm pretty sure.
I want to make sure that people get the basic
And I did have all of them in my
understanding
videos.
of the chakras,
Right.
before they dive off into the deep end, and learn more. That, like I said, each of us here, like I told everybody out there, that each of us here have knowledge on the chakras in the different ways. That some people might mistake chakras for auras, and auras are colors that are generated up out of you, depending on mood, depending on if there's blockages in the chakras also. But like I said, let's get the basics.
And then maybe
Is what we're trying to show those who are out there, because in fact, it's definitely plays a part in all of these. But let's go to the next video real quick.
The auras change.
Most practitioners, as you will see when doing chakra work, will use the energy through their hands, waving their hands off to the side or their feet to the side to remove the energy. When using and working with the client, at the end of each session, they will use their hands to go to the top of the client's feet to remove all of the energy from within the client also. I'm now going to go on to talking to you about some more symbolizations for the chakras and what they represent. So for your root chakra, the root chakra represents our foundation on the human body. It sits at the base of the spine and gives us the feeling of being grounded.
When the root chakra is open, we feel confident in our ability to withstand challenges and stand on our own 2 feet. When it is blocked, we feel threatened, as if we're standing on unstable ground. This location is at the base of the spine, in the tailbone area. What is the controls? Survival issues such as financial independence, money, and food. The mantra is I can't grow from an unsteady foundation. The color associated with the chakra is red. The element is earth. The stone is hematite, but there are other types of stones. In a yoga pose, you can do the warrior 1. And this chakra is said to be at its maturity and developed between the ages of 1 and 7. Materiality, and the other chakras associated with spirituality. As the name suggests, this chakra can influence our ability to give and receive love from others and ourselves. Someone with a blocked heart chakra will have difficulty fully opening up to people in their life. If someone's heart is open, they can express deep compassion and empathy. The location of this chakra is into the center of your chest, just above your heart. What does this chakra control? Love, joy, and inner peace. The mantra word is when I love myself, loving others comes easily. Color is green, the element is air, the stone is rose quartz or any other type that may be suggested. Your yoga pose is camel pose, and this chakra develops at the age of 21 to 28, meaning it has reached full maturity. Your throat chakra gives voice to the heart chakra and controls our ability to communicate our personal power. When it's functioning at full capacity, it allows us to express ourselves truly and clearly. Someone with a blocked throat chakra will feel like they have trouble finding words to say and to say how they truly feel. This location is the throat. What it controls is communication, self-express, and truth. The mantra and word is I speak my truth always. The color is light blue to turquoise. The element is sound and music. The stone is
Excellent. Excellent. Before we go into that, I see a few people. I see Drew from Scottish Block says can't wait to visit Australia to get chakra cleansed.
Yeah.
And somebody, John Woodsman, a few of your comments have been taken out. So, some of the things that you're saying there.
Yeah, they're saying that they're actually having
hearing
trouble
is,
hearing anything because obviously the music, they're saying they can't hear anything that anyone's saying because of the music in the background. They can't hear anything.
I hear that music. I'm like, I don't have any
It's quite loud.
music playing there. Something's going on. Like somehow that got turned on there. No clue. But yeah, thank you out there. The Atom Twister. Hey, Twister there. That's an Atom Tornado, man. They've got Christopher thinking over there. I see his brain. He's talking about atoms and twisting. Don't twist us up. But I'm sorry. I seen that you started talking right when I hit the button there, Tony. Thank you very much, Atom Twister. Yep, you're welcome. But like I said, those like I said, it's nothing from anything that you were saying, Tony, because you remember some of these authors of the books, just show, like I said, the different things that they've associated and things like that. But like when you Google or YouTube or some of the places where they show just the basic colors associated with, like she said, associated with, not but those were the only
Right.
colors that you see, because there's different
Yeah, that's
hues depending on
definitely
the
basic.
person and
Yeah.
the spiritual energy that you have inside
Mm-hmm.
you. So the changes of it.
It's your body
Lady
energy. A
Witch
lot of
says
people
good
will see them
evening.
in different ways. Even though I see a certain color when I do the chakras and stuff, they will have a color that radiates, that links with them, that I'll see as well. There is many colors to each chakra, and there are different stones that you can use, but in different spiritualities, different stones and colors are used to do what you're doing.
Well, if you want to leave your
So
mic on
yeah.
this one, we're going to show Sherry's doing a, I don't know why this sound thing keeps going up there. She starts doing a cleansing, a chakra cleansing here. This one I touched something there. No, not that one. No, not that. But what we're going to be showing here is Sherry doing a chakra cleansing. You can walk us through this group of them here. You know them better than I do. I'm gonna go ahead and start the first one here. But this one is having her doing a chakra
chakras,
cleansing, I
but you
believe.
have also got the pictures and the elements that you would use in your symbols. The reason for using your hand symbols in these teachings and in these classes.
Is that the correct one, Sherry, or should I go to the one where you're right there with the lady starting the healing part one?
Yeah, just do the healing. It's fine.
Okay.
And breathing out. Just feel the energy of the music and of the energy around you. Positivity and goodness is here to heal. Now just listen to the music, doing your breaths naturally, and allow the music to take you into that place of peacefulness and of connection. I'm now going to join in with you, but I will keep talking. Just gently breathing in and breathing out. Feel the energy surround you. Positive, uplifting energy, the energy of the light. Focus on a white, silver, or gold ball of energy surrounding you and protecting you and bringing you in to that calm, relaxed place. Feel the energy. I know that I'm like sitting here at the moment and it's been really cold the whole time and I'm starting to feel the warmth in the room. It's weird. Just feeling that warm, positive and uplifting energy surrounding you, protecting you and working on healing. Breathing in all of the positive and uplifting energy and breathing out the negative and ungood energy. Now we're just going to sit here, guys.
Cool. Go to the next one also. Or do we have any comments out there on that one?
Yeah, no.
Hey, Misty
All I'm going to
Mountain. I
say is
see
that
Lady Witch.
music and vocal is very important in your chakra healing. I actually do physical singing and stuff in my healing as well, like different vocal sounding and stuff like that. So yeah, very important.
Misty
Hello,
Mountain's in
darling.
the house. Misty, we've already
Hey,
considered you part of the show, man. You show so much loyalty to each of the shows. Misty, we can't wait to get you up on stage, and thank you for the love so much. And hey, how you doing?
hello,
She's
paranormal
one of
guide,
our
my angel.
commenting part of exploring new phenomenons in all our shows. Thanks to Willow there. You got Paranormal Hub, and they say
Yeah, it's another
energy
one of my guys. Hello.
versus belief. This is certainly a topic I do talk about quite often. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very important.
and I've
And
done a
and
lot of it.
hi from Drew, Miss Drew. I found you,
Hey, my
Miss
sweetie
Drew.
pie.
I had found you out there. Like I said, I got a chance to look through my post and everything, and thank you for looking to try to help me. I appreciate all the help that you guys are doing. Good. Misty Mountain says she needs a coffee. Here you go. I got
Oh
mine
yes.
ready.
Go get your coffee, sweetie
But
pie.
Yeah, I got that sound down. Let's finish up with Sherry's. This is the next part of her healing that she was doing with the
My
lady
pendulum,
there.
which has been charged, and I'm just going to run that on each chakra point without the stones, then I will place them. So clockwise is opening the chakra, and anti-clockwise will be shutting it. Okay, so we're going to do the clockwise motion. I'm just going to open the chakra point. I feel the energy coming through her head already. Just opening the chakra point. When it's open, the pendulum will stop, and then you place the crystal on top. So putting the crown chakra on. Now coming to the third eye. Third eye. Right, just do it like that. So that nothing's new. Right. So now we've got all of the 7 chakra points. Now these all run through the body, and if these are blocked or unbalanced, they can cause health problems, mental health problems, and just everyday life problems, you know. So it's really important to do this. So now what I do is just run my pendulum over each chakra point, and then I will use my hands once I've done that. I open the crown chakra to spiritualness, to other things, in love and in light, and in only positive energy. I unblock any blockages, any unbalance, and I replace with positive and good energy. You need to keep it with a slight movement, and then you go to the next one, which is the third eye, which is your awareness. I open third eye to awareness, to your consciousness, to energy of the other side.
Awesome. That's awesome. And I think it's one more.
crystals off of this show. Slow down, let's look at it. And then we put these onto the table over here, guys, so that they can be recharged. And then lay there for a couple of seconds, and then I'll get it to come round. You need to slowly listen to my voice show and bring yourself out of your meditative mind. Bring yourself back to the sound and realities of our real world. Open yourself to the energy around you, to the
Cool. I was back here dancing to some of that music. Y'all know that music
yeah.
affects me there. But
It does. That's what it's supposed to do. It's meant to make you feel calm and feel chilled. Obviously, you missed all of the session where I'm actually doing the hands and everything like that, but you did see the beginning bit where I started and the end. But that what I would do is go over with the pendulum. I put the crystal stones onto the person. Then I will obviously radiate the energy of them and me together, putting all of the energy into their body to heal them, to cleanse them. I give positive word. I even put vocal sound. There was vocal sound in the video as well, where I was actually singing, but you didn't hear any of that bit. But that is pretty much what you do in your cleansing. Obviously, people do it different ways. There's lots of different religions and styles, and everybody does it completely different. But mine is always very effective, and I've never been complained about in anything that I do.
Yeah. So. Whatever works, you know. I usually lie down. But it's okay. You can put the crystals on your different chakras and surround you. You can have a crystal there to stimulate all of them, which is usually what I use when I use selenite. But I'm sorry, but I couldn't hear any of the videos. I could see them, but I couldn't hear them. So I don't know what's going on my end over here, but yeah. But I do need to go take care of Finn, Benny. So is there anything else you guys need or want to ask me before I jump off here?
Are there any questions? We was gonna, you know, just get some of your insight and stories dealing with spiritual energy. I know we got about 48 minutes in here now, but you know, we go long. But if you got to go, you got to go.
Yeah. Spiritual energies. You know, a lot of times when I'm listening to different types of frequency music at night, when I wake up the next morning, I can feel my entire body vibrating. It's like a healing session. You know, I use the solfeggio frequencies. And I listen to a whole lot of music created in 528 hertz, which is for cellular DNA repair. So it can actually, and Christopher actually taught me to actually visualize my DNA strands becoming completely perfect. And when I've done that, I mean, I wake up feeling wonderful. I feel great. The energies that I usually get are pretty much, I see a whole lot of people that are leaving 3D, and they're on their way to home. You know, they're passing away. I see a lot of them in my meditations. A whole lot of people that are going home. I have a lot of different people come in and do healing sessions with me during meditation. I've had Jesus quite a few times. The frequency that he brings in is just nothing but love. And I always get the feeling that I just want to be just like him. And Jesus did come here to try and teach everyone some of those Eastern philosophies. He said the kingdom of heaven is within you, it's inside you. So you really don't have to seek an outside source to get it. You can get it right inside of you. And that was something that I learned in Catholic school that always stuck. I always knew that Jesus was the way. And when I say he was the way, it was what he was trying to give us. And I think we all learned through the Dead Sea Scrolls that he was actually, that he did study the ways of the Buddha and the Hindu. That's obvious. Even John the Baptist would baptize people in water, exactly the same different types of methods. We can heal ourselves in water, in holy water. We can bless it ourselves. We can drink it. There's a whole lot of different ways to obtain enlightenment, within ourselves. And yeah, all of his disciples spoke of meditation. And I think that the people that were in the Dead Sea Scrolls, this little sect, the Ebionites, I think that they were he had to study with them to prepare him for his journey in the desert, which was a whole lot of using these energy centers, probably all 144 of them, Christopher, knowing Jesus, and he probably came in to this 3D world already as a fourth density being. And that's why he was so loved and beloved by so many. There's so much beauty in it. But I know that the Catholic Church does not teach about these energy centers. They don't want to meddle or get into any other religions. They just keep that out of it. But there's a lot of Christians. There's a whole lot of Christians, actually, even more and more, that are turning to the spiritual path. And they are they're finding their magic again. They're finding what Jesus tried to teach us 2,000 some odd years ago. So it's the walk in the enlightenment path. So anyway, I wanted to tell everybody that I love you so much. I'm so happy to be on here with you guys, and I wish I could stay longer, but I have a little boy that needs me, and he's already enlightened, so he's going to really help raise the consciousness just by being here and by being taught from an early age who we really are, the truth of our oneness, the truth of unity consciousness, one love.
Well, thank you, Tony, for joining us. Like I said, I wish you had more time because, like we said, the second piece we was gonna get some stories from you behind some of the religious different backgrounds you've been through and everything. But we appreciate your time. We can always do it another time. We got some minutes in on you. Since Tony's already kind of gave you guys a peek into the next part that we're dealing with is the spiritual side of different things. If everyone was here from the beginning of the show, I'm gonna play the 3 videos just so to get an understanding. If you're going out now, Tony, God bless you and thank you for coming. Tell little man I said, hey, we're thinking about him. Always in my prayers and everyone else's thoughts and everything out there. He's a great kid too, man. But definitely appreciate it. Whether if you're still there, this is the first one that I had put up.
Hello, everybody. It's your boy, Minister K.I., the Anunnaki teacher, here with Exploring New Phenomenon. Today's topic is going to be chakra energies versus religious beliefs. I'm sitting here, right here near a church, right here on 25th and Mercenton. Just to give you an example, so many people Me, myself, growing up in the Baptist church, and plus being a minister, street minister. But as I changed to learning more about a lot of different things, I became a shaman and just chose to heal. And that's what we try to do, is heal y'all to knowledge. Most people go to churches to find some spiritual energy or, to get closer to God. And some people know the power of numbers when it comes to prayer and things of that sort. And what we're going to be looking at is all type of different energies.
Yes, it was just like I said, we can go to some comments before we go there. Yeah, Misty, I'm embracing it now. Let's look at some of the comments here before we even speak on that. Paranormal Hub World says, to be 100% honest, I blocked them just too many. I don't know. I guess
They're talking about the spirits and stuff that they're in communication with.
yeah, and it says, Drew says, yeah, Misty, I'm embracing it now. Andrew says, good night to Miss Tony there. And Misty Mountain says, blessing to you, Tony. See them so you remember. You said, yeah, I don't know if I'm going in order with these here. Having that happen a lot lately, Drew just popped up into my head. She says, yeah, they're wanting you to see them so you remember your promise, whatever that may be. I guess that was an answer to Misty. I'm sorry, you guys, I got these going in the wrong order here. Okay, Misty said, I have been having that happen a lot lately, Drew. It just pops into my head and not sure why. So Drew was answering her, yeah, they're wanting you to remember them so you remember your promise, whatever that may be. Yeah, I mean, just what they're talking about, there is very relevant because, like I said,
They're
this
talking about
show
spirits.
is based on chakra energy and different type of energies versus religious belief. It's not saying like it's a boxing match or a fight or anything like that between the two. Because I see some of my friends are commenting just on straight Facebooks. But what we're looking at is how to build your own energy and your own strengths and understanding that religion means a way of life. If people, there's a
Mm.
bunch of different religions. Now, I become spiritual because I just believe in God. Religions are based on churches and pastors and the heads of this church and to live this way. But God, God connects through us in different ways, whether
Yeah.
it's, my belief
Well,
or
that's what I was going to
Terry's
try and
belief.
jump in and say earlier, that God gave
Mhm.
us all the gifts to do what we're doing. The chakra, everything. You know what I mean? It's all the energy of God. It's all the energy of the deities and stuff like that. It's an ancient way of doing things. It's not something that's new, and it's a very interesting one. And not everybody that has problems can go healing themselves. The person that I was healing on the video has physical health problems and heart problems, so she needed in-depth healing, which is what I was doing.
Right. And it's
Yeah.
it's it's pretty awesome because some of you all, once you start to learn about chakras and and things of that sort, like I said,
And I
you
don't
have
just use the
people like,
chakra stuff. I'll do what Tony was saying as well. I'm spiritual as well. I do spiritual stuff as well. I don't just
well,
do my
I said,
chakras. I'm all avenues.
I was saying that some of
Yeah.
y'all that start learning, which some of this is kind of new to a lot of people because people come to me. Like, I don't know if Anita Hackett is out there. She was like, Benny, I'm so fascinated with that. She had told me after one of the shows we did the other day that I want to learn about more about chakras and all that. And it's, we're in the age of enlightenment, and it's so good that people are being awakened to all of these different things that they can use for self-empowerment. I was
Yeah.
going to say there,
And you can use it. Chris wants to talk, but he's muted.
Chris, you got to unmute there.
Unmuted now?
Yeah, you're unmuted now.
Okay. I was basically thinking more about like how everyone's at a different level and different people have a different way of describing things. Some people speak up more of like that entry level Some people are more at that middle school level, and some people just geek it out at that nerdy college level. So everyone has a teacher for every type of audience. It's just a matter of figuring out which teacher goes with which audience, and then going from there with making those connections, and then learn whatever you want, basically.
Cool. Let's look at some of these comments that are here because it's probably for everybody up here. It looks like Drew was saying,
Yeah.
yeah, Hub, you need to do what we done and put up opening hours of sorts, the time they can communicate. Any comments to that, Sherry, before I go to the next one?
Yeah, no, she's talking about the spirit energies that people are connecting with at their houses. This is what they're talking about. They're talking about some spirit people that they've been having problems with. And yeah, you know, putting boundaries and rules and things in place does help to keep them minimized, and obviously protection and other things like that as well. So
Having
very,
house spirits also works.
yeah.
Cool.
I was just thinking
Paranormal
about
Hub,
a
I think that's who she was talking to. I was just thinking about a church I went around last week. Was as I was walking around, I heard one bell loudly toll, but the church has no bells. Someone is trying to tell me something, I think.
They are trying to reach
Yeah.
out to you. If you're hearing bells, that's a higher vibrational energy. It's normally the sign of them trying to reach out to you and stuff. They also used to use bells for protection and stuff. That was another reason they removed the bells. They didn't want that sort of community thing. Bells can ward
Very
off
correct.
negative energy and things.
Yeah.
Yeah, Misty, I'm reading them as in the row that they're coming up here, Misty. She was like, I got it there. For them to go back, maybe they're ready to talk.
Yeah, that's very true. We all learn at different ways. We do. And we all come from different walks of faith. So we all learn different ways.
Yeah.
And there is no right or wrong way, you know. And like,
Mm-hmm.
yes, what Tony was saying about the different colored chakras, that's right. And I would have, like I said, if there was more time on the show, there would have been a lot more to it. But that we only get like an hour, 2 hours, or whatever it is. So I can only give you so much information and things like that. So very aware of that.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure who it's for, but Drew says you need to go back, brother. You probably told them you'd go back. Maybe they're ready to talk. The next one says, agreed, Sherry, but as time went on, most of us lost our gifts.
That's what was I'm saying. But then got, you know, tapping in spiritually and that meditation, you see in those videos, I do meditation with my clients before I start. And meditation is a very clear thing to help you with your chakras, to help you to open. And it's something I educate you guys about a lot. I have a lot of, you know, meditation videos on my channel and do meditation with you on a daily basis normally. So I'm very aware of all of this sort of stuff. And, you know, meditating and doing things like that, helping just, and even having the belief that you can do that. The thing is, so many people have forgot how to tap back in to their ability. You've got to have that belief, and you've got to want to have those things happen for it to work properly, you know. So
Yeah, and you know, smell part that Drew talks about, smell's a big thing for Sherry and I in our healing sessions. Yeah,
yes,
that's true.
you
Yeah,
get a lot of different
sometimes,
smells.
like I said, you know, I told you
Yeah.
guys once, I don't know if y'all remember, that I really don't smell. My nostrils feel like they stay stuck. But at times after I do
Because you're
some,
low on zinc.
conversations like this, and my mind gets open to different things, I start smelling things. And
Yes,
I'll walk past flowers and be like, man, I never smelled that before. And like you said, once some of those
your
blockages get
senses
unblocked,
heightening
exactly, your
and
senses
you're
start waking
unblocked.
up.
The thing is when your
So
chakras and things are blocked in certain parts of your body, that stops you having those abilities to do that. So when you cleanse them and correct them, that's why all this stuff comes back 10 times more potent. And I feel that I smell a lot of smells when I'm doing my meditations, a lot of sweet smells and earthy smells and flowers, all these sort of smells when I'm doing my workings and things like that. And I can see the energy radiating from the person's body as well as the energy that I use. So
you see the different ways and speeds there. We all learn in different ways and speeds. Hey, Dan sends a shout out
Correct.
too. But yeah, that's what it's the colors, and like you was saying in one of your videos, we might go back to it here in a second, since we don't have to do all the piece that we was going to do with Tony there. That you started, some of them we had took out because, like you said, with time constraints. But she also talks about, Sherry talks about the different sounds and the different things that go along with some of these. I don't know if some of you all know that in different religious backgrounds, some of each of the chakras associate with hum, lam, thum, ram, and those different sounds that
Yum.
are
Yeah.
chakra opening sounds also. I don't know if that's
Yeah.
Hindu or Asian. Do you know Christopher Peoples?
Yeah. No, that is.
It's sounds of creation.
Yeah.
It's what was in existence before Anskrat. Anskrat was what came after that, and then Sanskrit is what developed out of that after different religious and intellectual movements, like with different languages splitting off from the one original language.
Right. I see that we have a sister there that might join us here, Karina Bovey. If you're out there, I'll send you the link. She wanted. I know that she's coming off doing some healing and everything. So I'm definitely glad you're watching out there. Our sister Karina, she's part of our groups and chats and everything else into our family of groups. And but I told her it looks like some more comments that are just come forward in there, Alex.
Yeah, and what was being said about the sound, but like in that one, this was a particular sound that I felt was correct for my client at the time. She's got a lot of health problems. She's got different types of arthritis. She's got heart problems. She's got other sorts of problems with her as well. Having a high vibrational energy toning is not going to do her very good. This is where the knowledge comes in. So, you know, that was more lower toned. When I have other clients that are okay, but they just want a cleansing and stuff like that, I will use the tonings, and I've sent them into the chat. So I've done the high vibrational tonings into your chats and stuff like that, and I do use them on some of my clients. But this lady is very sick, and you don't want to be doing anything that's going to be messing her body chakras up and things like that. She's already ill, so.
You want to read that? That's Adam Twister.
A bit like the Polar Express. What?
The Polar Express. If you believe in work like this, then it'll always be available for you, like it was for
Correct.
Jesus for all his
Yes.
time here.
Very true. And it is there. That's what I'm saying. Seek it. It is there. Like, you can heal yourself, guys, yeah, but it's a lot harder to heal yourself than going and seeing somebody that can help you. Like, I do my work for free. I don't charge. I do everything for free. And sometimes it's better to have somebody else doing it for you, because you can't always get the points where you want to get them. And sometimes you don't realize or can't feel how much of the energy you're taking out. So when somebody else is doing that, it's being done properly. Obviously, I'm experienced. I've done this for a long time. So I know when I do to myself, I've done it right. Some people will not know that. So you don't want to mess with your chakra and things like that. Not if you don't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
Be careful. Yes, sis. I know you do.
Yeah. You wanted to read it? There we go. Okay, let's go down to this one that Misty says here. She says, I get downloads a lot on things I get interested in, so learning goes fast for me. Yeah.
It does. You're a very clever lady.
It does.
Very, very clever lady.
Paranormal Hub says, the promise I made is there is a field by me that was occupied by Cromwell's soldiers as they passed through. Some of them are lost, angry. I promised to go back and help them, so I'm going to go back.
Yeah, I would, especially if you've promised them. They don't forget. They could be seeking you for some help or something.
Yeah, I'm kind of just skimming through some of you guys out there in comments that, during the time constraints. We're just trying to make sure that we get the ones that's dealing
I
with
am
the
grateful for you.
connections here, fine line and do harm when to heal others. That's a good one there. She says you have to walk the fine line to do no harm when you heal others. Misty Mountain
Yes.
there. Yes,
Yes,
that's
you
so
do.
true.
You have to have that understanding as well. It's not as simple as picking up a book and reading a book and thinking that, you know, that's how you do it. No, it isn't.
Most definitely. And Paranormal said, yes, Misty. And he said, I've always to do no harm, but you have to be so careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true because, like I said, when you're dealing with, I mean, it sounds like they're talking about dealing with spiritual energies that even one of our brothers, Eldon McInville, he talks about how in some of these shows that all of them seem to want to provoke these different type of entities instead of conversing with them or asking their permission and things like that. Kind of like when you was when we started the Fairies Mystic show, how
Yeah.
Sherry at the
Right.
beginning that you asked permission to Primrose and spoke, positive energy even before we started. And it's important that
Yes.
we understand
Because you
one day
you
we're going to
can't
be
just
in that
expect that
spirit
they're going to
form.
be okay with you doing that. You have to ask
Right.
permission. They're still beings. They still have the right to say yes or no, and you have no right to take their secret, way away. That's why I've always shown my respect to any energy, whether it's a fairy, a spirit, or anything like that. I won't just go doing it. I always do that.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
A promise, a promise. And a promise, a
You
promise.
promise. Good. Make sure you do. But ask
But one
permission
good
first.
thing
Don't just
that
go doing anything.
I think, Christopher, he remember these energies. Let me go ahead and read that one too before I go on. Remember these energy entities don't use us. That word probably it's probably what they say, that thing when you type in it says what it wants to, like mine. Us like people, Luke. So so you have to approach with caution. They'll fill out good intent. Yeah, I think I know what she's saying there because she's like, yeah, when you come in with that
I think she's
negative
saying light.
approach to some of these entities, they don't want to come up. That's why on some of those shows, they'll have no interaction because they come out, hey, come on out. And if you're a ghost, come push me and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Where
no, and
they're
that's
like, no,
disrespectful. I don't believe in that. Whenever I
exactly.
before I
Yeah.
even before I step into any sort of building or anything like that, I'd ask them for permission for going into that place. I'll ask them if it's okay to communicate with them. I put them offerings and food and things down and like different herbs and stuff for the elemental energies and stuff like that. And once they give me the indication it's okay to go forward, I'll explain that I've got equipment. I'll tell them what the equipment is and that it doesn't hurt them because a lot of the energy doesn't. It's from a long time ago as well. They don't know what camera recorders are and EVPs and all this. So
Yeah.
you have to be very careful.
Yeah, and Misty gives you a suggestion there, Hub, to take a bottle of water, some tobacco, and sliced oranges when you go. This will give them the energy to move on.
Yes,
Great suggestions out there, Drew,
that's a
Misty, and
shaman
Hub, and guys.
suggestion. That's what shamans do.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's it's awesome that that people are becoming awakened to this. Like I was saying earlier, we're in the age of enlightenment, and that's what my vows, Sherry's vows, even Christopher, even though he's 21 years old, is vowed to try to help people and send them in the right direction.
Yeah.
Like I
Mm-hmm.
said, we're showing pieces of Sherry doing chakra cleansing and the basics of the chakra because you don't just jump into geometry. You have to start with basic
No.
math and get an
Yeah.
understanding of working the systems before you can go to the next level of understanding the different colors and everything. That's why I was making sure it was important that our sister Tony was, she was talking about those higher colors that some of them, and yeah, they are there
Yeah, but
because
those
some of the
higher colours
chakras,
that she's talking about are
right?
not
But we
necessary. They can be any colour
we want to,
that is presented. You know what I mean?
yeah, which we want to make sure that the basics of it is seen and shown how it works and the colors associated with them. Not saying that is the definite color to it, but the colors that when you associate with these, that's what's going to come up if you investigate.
Well, that's how
Now,
my
some of these
crystals are
books
as well. My crystals
and
are in
writers,
those colors, which are for the 7 chakras. So I know that that's the right way.
yeah, some of the
Yeah.
writers they go more in depth on different things, and then it's their personal perspective, not a
It's not the
consensus of
actual,
just the
yeah, it's
basics
their
of the seven.
experience. It is their
And
experience. Yeah.
Chris and Sherry, you
Right.
both know probably a little more about the sounds. Let me ask Chris this: the sounds and the vibrations, because I know that you're into frequencies and vibrations, Christopher
Yes.
Peoples. If you tell, can you explain to folks out there, the different type of well, go cosmic if you want to, how the importance of the sound frequencies and vibrations along with the chakras are important to try to include into their toolbox of trying to heal themselves.
It's best to stick between third octave and fourth octave C, which is because that covers the widest array of human voices. They all have those octaves within their ranges, unless they're children. Children usually, because they're more open, they can have higher octave frequencies given to them.
Yeah.
And older people who aren't young and don't have the higher range, they can use that third to fourth octave that I gave an example of, going up and down. And for more advanced people, you would use the throat singing in order to open up the in-between chakras that are between the main ones that they're connected to, the different cables that are connected between the chakras. But in order to get a basic opening of the chakras, you just focus on those notes within that basic scale of the major scale, the C major scale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do agree with that. See, like when I do it, I'll just do like I do like the hum. So it'd start with a low hum, like a low hum, like a, and it goes higher. So then it'd go to like your
Yeah,
medium, which would be,
fourth octave D.
like you just go into the levels to bring that in, and that's why I
Yeah,
like to use a lot of music as well, because it kind of helps your voice to go into it, sort of thing. So
yeah. It also keep people in tune who don't just know how to pull frequencies of
it
specific
does,
notes out of
yes.
thin air. Yeah.
Yes,
It
I
keeps them
think the
focused, I
frequency
think,
healing.
and it helps them
Yes.
to feel, because you do need to
Mm-hmm.
feel when you're having this done. You need to be able to feel what's happening to you. So
Yeah.
my client there, for instance, she said that when I had the stones on her head, it felt like they were melting into her skin and they were gently taking away the pain in them areas. That is how you know you're doing it right, because it starts to feel
Yes.
like it's melting and it's bringing that
Yeah.
calmness and it's feeling that healing feeling.
Yes. And with that subject, Misty just said something kind of connected to what you just said, that she was talking to her, but she said the best thing is to go with what your heart tells you.
Yes,
It's to you, Hub, there, but it's to everybody out there. Go with what the heart tells you is correct, because
Yes.
when you start doing these chakra healing, and Willow and Christopher, and we have another brother Richard that's on the show tomorrow on Twisting Time, that they suggested some frequency healing for me the other day.
yeah.
Well, that was for some other person, but I jumped in there too because I needed it. And let me tell you guys, I got the best sleep in my life the other day. I didn't want to get out the bed. I was sleeping so good. I can't remember if it was a 417 or
Yes.
which one
Well,
was
it
it.
was
417.
the tones that me and Christopher sent you. I sent you a couple, and Christopher sent you a couple as well, and they're really good. They are really, really
Yeah,
good.
and
Yeah.
I got them in my library now. It's like, hey, I do my silver cord connection and turn on one of
Yes.
these videos. It's the frequency videos that Sherry, Christopher, Nico, and Richard, suggested. And like she said, it goes with what my heart feels like. Well, the one that the fairy one that like the primrose one. it felt good. I was
6:39.
feeling all
Yeah.
tingly and good. It was giving me too much energy. I was like, man, I can't go to sleep. I feel like bouncing around and flying my damn self. You know what I mean? So I
That's
Yeah,
mean,
what
I
it
see,
should
was
do to wake
I
up.
was like,
y-
I'm gonna use that one to get up to. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
like, and that's what
Because
it is. That like the
no,
different frequencies and tonings are really good for different things. Like I knew that you was
Yeah.
feeling a bit unwell, and I knew that you was in pain, and I knew you wanted a bit of an uplift. Same reason to why I was using that sort of type with my client Sharon, because even though she was in pain and stuff, she wanted to feel the energy of feeling uplifted because she was feeling very drained. So I was putting that energy into her as well. And after
right,
she'd had it done, she said she felt so much better, and she felt more uplifted. And that's what you're supposed to do. Like that's why they come to you
right,
to for you to help them. And it is true,
yeah,
you do have to go by your instinct. I'm giving you the basics and showing you through education, but when you come to doing that yourself, yes, you learn your basics, but you always put your own strategies into it as well to make it much more personal. That's why I do the music, I do the
exactly,
sounds, I do the colors, I do all of that sort of thing, because it's my personal way and it works.
exactly.
So
Through time and research and working with them, that's when you get a chance to,
years
mold it into
years
the
of
ways
research.
that works best for you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe in that because,
And
like I
I've not
said, I
learned
do.
from books. I've learned from my energies. I've not learned from books. I've learned from my energies showing me what to use and what to do. So I'm not going to deny them and say they're wrong because they know what they're talking about. So,
Right,
and I'm sure
wow.
Christopher can relate on that because Christopher communicates with a lot of
Hmm.
energy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Christopher, tell me.
Hmm.
I know you probably know Sherry. I'll try to get Christopher in here. Misty tells me that would be amazing for you, Benny, and biofeedback would help as well. What is biofeedback, Christopher Peoples?
It's like feeling within your body a reaction response to what you're thinking. So like if you want to feel faster heart chakra energy, you'll feel that swirling, moving around in your heart chakra. And if you want to feel like your reality bubble is spinning, like you're going on a roller coaster while channeling Metatron, for example, and it's going clockwise, and then you open up all your chakras, the root to the crown, and then just go have at it with your energetic roller coaster. Woo, woo, woo. And then you just feel like your whole reality is spinning.
Have you used that too, Sherry? The biofeedback, like what Misty said. If you want to speak on how that helps, also.
I have, yes, I have used that on
Mm-hmm.
myself and a couple of clients. Yes, I have, and it's very true what Christopher's saying. It does. I think that sort of frequency and sound really, really connects with the body physically. It
Mhm.
does, and it amplifies and makes it a very powerful healing. It does, most
Yes.
definitely. Yeah,
This is why some people do ohms before they go into channeling.
Most definitely.
yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, and I do all of that. I've got like the music you heard on the first video at the beginning,
Yeah.
which was the native one, where it was really high, like high, and it was a bit like what you was doing, Christopher. That
Yeah.
that it is really good to do that to going into your channeling and stuff like that. And I do use that sort of
Yeah.
music a lot for channeling. Yeah,
Yeah. It's good to start
Oh,
out with doing those sounds when you're beginning the channel. Once you've been channeling and being telepathic with your beings 24/7 for several years, you can just pop and switch between you and them, and it's like you're just switching who's in the driver's seat for a moment, and then you
yeah,
go into the passenger seat.
yeah.
since we
You
got
just go
time,
along with you go along for the ride,
Yeah.
sort of thing.
let's replay that one. And if you want to kind of, leave your mic on, Sherry, let's replay that one. Go back if you want to tell people the reason why, the music that's playing and explain it there. And breathing out. Just feel the energy of the music,
The reason I'm playing
of the energy around
because
you,
it's a natural
positivity
element
and
of
goodness
music. It's
is
the
here to heal.
energy and music of nature itself. And to nature is a very
Now just listen
positive
to the
and a
music,
very good healing
feeling your
energy. It's
breaths
the energy of the mother.
naturally,
So I
and
use
allow
this
the
to be able
music
to
to
help
take you
people
into
to
that
connect
place of
and to be able
peacefulness
to open to their
and of
sensation
connection.
and feeling of their body
I'm
and to
not
be
going to
fully
join any
in
deeper. I will keep
communication
talking.
and in connection with it.
Just gently breathing in and breathing out. Feel the energy
Just
surround
brings
you.
that energy into them, and it brings that consciousness
Uplifting energy, the energy
at
of
the
the
moment,
light. Focus on a white, silver,
and it
or gold
activates the
ball of
energies.
energy surrounding you and protecting you and bringing you in to that calm, relaxed place. Feel the energy.
Yes, and they are very nature colours. Orange, green, browns,
I
and
know
reds
that I'm
are
like sitting
very
here at the
nature
moment
colours.
and it's been really cold the whole time and I'm
And
starting
blue.
to feel the warmth in the room. It's weird.
And they're also colours of the
Just
elements,
feeling
some
that
of them as well.
warm,
So that's another
positive
one.
and uplifting energy surrounding you, protecting you and working on healing. Breathing in all of the positive and uplifting energy and breathing out
As
the
you can hear
negative
as well, I'm talking
and
to my client.
ungrateful.
I'm giving her positive information. I'm giving her that sense to open and to communicate and to connect.
Just have a sit with that.
My voice is a very calming voice and is very easy to bring into that energy. So a lot of the people, when they sit there, as well as the music going, Sherry's voice intends to connect them as well. And a lot of the guys in here will agree with that with my meditation. So, yeah.
Christopher, what you always saying that you're the blind guy.
Yeah,
I know that the visual stimulation is, do you feel really connected to like the sounds and the vibrations, and does that help you
sounds,
more than?
vibration, and
Mhm.
biofeedback is what helps me, and always having proprioception, which is knowing where your body is in space, and
Yeah.
using
And
those together.
I
Yeah,
could see Christopher was reacting to that.
Yeah, so I started hearing the chimes in there and
I
everything,
see Benny
man.
as well. Benny's hands start going and he's like, ooh.
yeah.
Like, hey,
My
I was
friend
about
the
to
Atom
say,
Twister
like,
has
man, I'm
chimes.
feeling good when you feel me start. I'm like, man, look, it's getting the
And they are
veins up
saying it in
out
the
of
room
me.
as well. They're saying the music is heating up my hands and I am
Yes,
vibrating. That is what it does. It's meant to make you physically wake up
it
and feel.
dances your electrons.
It does, yes.
Yeah, let me
Yeah,
see.
my
Share
friend
that
the Atom
replay.
Twister has chime music on his The Atom Twister
My head.
YouTube channel. If y'all want to listen to that and use that in your healings, it's public domain. He declares it public domain, so anyone can use it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Misty has a question for you, kind of pretty much like what I asked you, Christopher. She said, Christopher, are you
Yes.
able to sense the energies around people you meet?
Constantly.
Can you
I can
tell us a little more?
sense their galactic origins, the energy of the countries they're from, the energies of their past lives, some of them, energies of what they believe in. Because different belief structures have their own energy frequencies to them, their emotional states, what density they're in, what chakras they're working with, what chakras are blocked, things like that. I get all that information just by feeling a person's energy field. And feeling the energy of a dog, I can tell you the personality of what that dog is like. And someone's like, wow, yeah, that's correct. That's how my dog acts. Yeah.
Wow. Looks like that some of this information and everything is we're opening up some chakras there because Kim says, Sherry, as you said about color, the colors yellow, orange, green, and brown popped in my head. Paranormal Hub said, after you type that, Kim, I see brown and red and blue.
Yeah. And these are colours that radiate to your chakras. As I was saying, the chakra colours that I show you in my videos are the basis and what I go by in my faith and what I do. But when I'm working with my clients, even though I see the colours I see and the colours that I'm represented to, I can also see the colours of within my client. So I radiate the colours together. So if you're listening to this music and you're getting these colours come into your head, that's because it's activating your chakras, your energy. So
Hmm.
it's good.
Yeah, Misty, I'm with you too. My fingers are vibrating and tingling. The tips are feeling, like I said, I'm always moving. I think I calmed down a little bit. Yeah, yeah, Kim. Yeah, I watch
That's
your
why I always
videos also. I
warn
wish I could
people
have
when they
played them
come to
all.
my shows.
Yeah.
especially when I've got music and that, because a lot of people get affected by it.
Yeah.
In a positive way, but
Already. There we
Yes,
go. To
we're
the
a portal
video.
system made of portals.
I wanted to go back to 8. What'd you say, Chris? I'm sorry, sir.
We're a portal system made of portals. That's what chakras are, because they're
yes,
they're energy like vertices, where like different things are concentrated to a central point to make like a node.
yeah, which is why I was reading the note things out in it as well, like the
Yes.
different notes that can be within it. It's very important, and I just love doing that sort of work. And not only is it really beneficial to them, it's really beneficial to you as well, because you do feel the effects of it as well when you're doing it.
Yes, to heal
It's
another is to heal
amazing.
oneself.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing.
I want to go back to the one that you sent that had the hand mantra chakras.
Materiality, and the other chakras associated from within. Your heart chakra, materiality, and the other chakras associated with spirituality. As the name suggests, this chakra can influence our ability to give and receive love from others. Receive, meaning that you receive all messages
I'm rolling
and
through because I'm
clear
trying to find the one that has
area.
the.
Your keynote and vocal frequency is E, and the
Yeah, that
vowel
one is the
O.
one I'd like people to see
No
again.
number is added in this. With your heart chakra, your keynote frequency is F, standing at 341.3 Hz. Your throat chakra keynote frequency is G, going at 384 Hz. Your third eye keynote frequency is A, no number. Your crown frequency keynote is E with no number. These are very important chakra frequency notes that help you to align, balance, and to connect with your chakras and to activate them. Also, there is a positive word that you can give to each of your chakras when cleansing, unblocking, and balancing your chakras. This form of treatment is very effective when being used. I use this very regularly on my clients, and it has been found to be very effective, as well as using it on myself. So, for the root chakra function, it equals I am. So, each time you function into your root chakra to cleanse, say I am. For your sacral chakra function, it equals I'm feeling so happy. Remember to put that positive word and say that positive word when doing your sacral. For your solar plexus chakra function, it's I do. For your heart chakra function, it's I love. For your throat chakra function equals I speak. For the third eye chakra function, it's I see. For your crown chakra, there isn't a word, but I use a word to be able to open and to be able to connect with my clients. So I say receive, meaning
I receive. Yes.
I receive. I receive the positive energy in me and work in me. You know,
Yeah, I
like
receive
people don't know.
the messages. I receive all. That's what it's pretty much saying, because that is your higher consciousness. That's what connects you to all your spirituality and seeing your consciousness, everything. So
It's important for everyone out there to understand that if you know why people say that you should never talk bad about yourself, saying talk bad about yourself because those vibrations and frequencies resonate, and that's where
manifest
quantum
it.
entanglement comes in because what you put out comes back in because your body, not just your ears, hears you and understands your frequencies. So when you tell yourself, I'm not nothing, you're going to be nothing. You say, I
Yes.
am going to do something. It's all the positive affirmations
Yes.
that you give yourself to be able to ascend to different levels and be able to use this type of knowledge that they say once you get all those chakras open, like I said, like Chris talks about the Merkaba, the Kundalini, getting the Christos oil to come on down and come up to open you up, more spiritually to your whatever your higher beings are. And it's this was a very, I always get inspired by just conversations that Chris and Sherry and the rest of us that are in some of the chats and groups have. And I thought this was so important because we talked about chakras, but the difference, like we said in the show, religious beliefs and using chakra energies. I mean, Sherry, with the, what I understand, I know that, you're a witch, and tell people if you would that, because, some would not see it as religious, but that's her religion she follows. That's what she follows, is that this is not, can you kind of balance out, Sharon, explain the difference between using those religious beliefs toward using the chakra energy, the line between the two?
Well, first, I will say that even using your spiritual side or using the side to do with the chakra, you are connecting with a higher and divine energy. That is what it is. But with your chakra, you're also inlining and communicating and connecting with physical body energy as well, where within spirituality you're more communicating with a higher divine energy, and you're asking that higher divine energy to help you to bring your energy out, where with your chakras it's more along the line that you're drawing that energy out of that person, you're bringing that energy out of that person, and you're using your beliefs in bringing that energy as well as using your own. So for me, I think both sides are important, spirituality and the witchy side, chakra side, whatever you want to call it. For me, I'm both, to be honest. I'm a witch, but I believe in God, and I will use God a lot in my work. But I will physically use my own energy and the person's energy to do what I'm doing, and just ask the divine energies to be there and to support and to help and to protect and things like that. So the difference really is in spirituality, you're kind of asking them to do your work and to open to that and to help you to come through that. Where with your spirituality, you're kind of taking that side on yourself, but you've got guidance if you need it, sort of thing. So I think that
Right.
both sides are really important, and spirituality, either way that you look at, whether you stand in a church or you stand in the middle of a field, it's really important to have that attachment and that understanding and that connection in
Yeah,
anything that you do. You wouldn't be able to do any of this if you didn't believe and have a connection. You need to have a connection.
yeah, because belief is what charges
Yeah.
where your directional focus goes. Because
Belief is in your
belief, yeah,
intentions and in your vision, and it's
hmm
very important.
yeah, because you have thought and emotion particles. Thought is what directs the emotion, and the emotion is that feeling in the heart that is like the water of the mind, the water of
Yes.
source going through to make what you are wanting to exist.
And I find that with the chakra cleansing and the healings and stuff like that, it's not so much using the God energy, it's using the natural energy like Mother Earth and the elements and stuff like that. I'm using and calling that in to help to empower and me bring my energy out and bring their energy out. So it's completely different to talking to God. So
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt about it. I mean, this has been pretty awesome, guys. I mean, uh, well, before we get close to wrapping up, um, each of us, I'd like to ask, just besides that right there, what do you think besides just this, the chakra energy and religious belief is important for people to try to focus more on, to get more connected to their, not just themselves but even their whatever their divines are. What, ladies and queens first, what do you think are some of the more important, would you say, vibrations and frequencies, or would you say just belief and focusing on strengthening your belief systems or
I
whatever it might
think
be?
I think before you even think of putting different musics on or or doing that sort of thing, you really do need to reach out to the energies that you want to communicate with. You need to be in communication and connection with yourself. You need to be in communication and connection with them, because in any sort of work that you do, you need some form of protection and things like that. It's very important because it's not just as easy as just going to somebody laying down and being open. it's very important that you have that spirituality behind you. You have the belief in yourself, you have the belief in other energy around you. Because if you have that, then you're more than likely going to be able to feel if somebody is right to be doing something with you or not. Okay, and that's very important, because a lot of people can portray themselves to be something that they're not, and they can cause you very bad harm doing stuff like what I do if they're not aware of what they're doing. So for me, start with looking within yourself and looking within the energies that you believe in and trusting the energies you believe in. Then maybe start looking into doing, your music side to connect even more. Like I always say to anybody I come into communication with, the best way to do that is by connecting with Mother Earth, connecting with Mother Nature, connecting with the higher and divine energy that knows everything about you. So, that's my advice first.
Eagles? Is he still there? He went blackout. You went blackout, and I don't hear you.
Do what?
I was wondering, do you have any suggestions
Trust the
that
heart.
for people just besides the chakras, and what would you say is important for people to get more connected to themselves and their spiritual connections?
Trust the heart. Test what you are learning. Replicability is useful. And if something doesn't work, figure out what does work and go with that. And don't worry if it's different from what someone else does.
Yep, very true.
Sade says, I'm still learning about my path, but I had to believe in myself first. Still have a lot of homework to do.
Yes, self-belief is very important.
hmm Blessings and good, Drew says. Blessings and good.
You're the
Yes,
fulcrum on which the universe balances.
it does. Yeah.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Well, tell you once again, even though, some of the things that even some of the smartest people, I'm a smart ass, not just a smart person. No, I'm just kidding, you guys out there. But, you see that you can learn something new every day. We're constant students, and even us, we learn from each other, heal each other, and everything else, so that we can be, even better, bringing this information to you guys out there. And some of the people that are in the chats and comments here, that they're even and on the same path as us, that trying to help others in the best way they can to make us all better. Because
And a lot
when
of
we
them come
talked
to
about,
Sherry to find that out.
hmm, like you're getting ready there. Where are you going there?
I
We
have,
ain't
and
letting you
in,
go, Willow.
I have my radio interview literally in
Oh,
15
okay,
minutes.
yeah, I know. That's why I was getting ready
Yeah,
to end here now. And we
yeah,
appreciate everybody that came in. Sherry Brett, if you want to tell them, if you know the link on that she's going to be on the radio station, is that the one with Paranormal 411, or is it something
yes,
different?
yeah.
Yes, the
I'm
Paranormal.
having an interview with Paranormal 411. If you look onto Facebook in 2 minutes, I'm going to put the link onto Facebook so you guys can follow. So please have a look, guys. I'll also put it under my YouTube channel as well, so you can go over and click on it quickly.
Okay. Well, once again, from
I'm going to be
Exploring
on the
New
radio.
Phenomenon, I'm sorry, our host right there, we have Willow, Sherry Brett. Scott says, many hearts, everyone. For C. Neo, Christopher Peoples, that disappeared somewhere over there. Tony Waltz and the rest of the family of the team that's part of this. Everyone doesn't come at one time. And you guys go back and look at this and learn some things that we presented to you all, guys. And I thank you so much, Sherry, for sharing the videos and the chakra energy. If you guys want to go more in depth with it, it was a lot more there that you can definitely go to Sherry's pages, but she's got to go. We got to go so we can get ready for Sherry's radio thing here. So it's going to be aired everywhere. So I want to thank you all for coming. Kim says, love, light, peace, prayers, everyone. By the way, Chan's yellow heart red. Night, MCAT, everybody. But
Love and
we
blessings all.
look to see you guys on Sherry's next show here. And everyone else, we'll have
Yes.
untwisting time tomorrow at 9 Central, 9 to 10 Central. We look forward to seeing you guys there. Bless.
Bye bye. Blessings. I've posted it on there as well, guys.
Receive, meaning that you receive all messages and clear openings that is needed to be known through your consciousness. The next part of understanding your chakras is actually understanding the chakras themselves and what they actually represent. So for your crown chakra, it's spirituality. For your third eye, it's awareness. For your throat chakra, it's communication. For your heart chakra, it's love and healing. For your solar plexus, it's wisdom and power. For your sacral chakra, it's sexuality. And for your root chakra, it's basic trust. These are very important elements.